Come on. It's your morning time hike from your brother from another mother. No other. Don't look like Danny Glover, but I keep it cool with you guys. We got a full show for you. So break out the coffee or your wine or whatever you do on your time. Come on. The name is Law Nation. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Shout out to Dallas Cowboys reports. Shout out to Mike Fisher, Fox Lombardi, Koye, Big Game James, False Cowboy, and everyone. Cowboys sports talk, Cowboys fans talk, Skywalker still. But most importantly, shout out to Christopher Vance for calling in to the radio. Shout out to him. He the real MVP. And yelling out, Law Nation. Salute to 105.3 The Fan. Appreciate them. Shout out to everybody who watched both of the live streams I did last night. You guys are clutch for that. Yeah. Come on. Let's go. Gotta continue to grind and shine. Yeah. Audio check. Top of the morning. Shout out to you, Christopher. Come on. Let's go. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. Really appreciate you guys on this beautiful, beautiful day. Win, lose, or draw, the real ones are here. It's not about the losses. It's not about the wins in preseason or exhibition game. This is just practice, a glorified practice that's somehow shot with 8K cameras, and everybody got their opinion. There's a lot of crash and burning going on. Believe it or not, in Cowboys community. But this is how the preseason game goes. That's just how it is, Cowboy Nation. Let me know if my audio is straight. Shout out to you, Lorenzo. Shout out to you, Christopher Gibbs. And appreciate you, Terrence. And shout out to you, Cowboys fan Mayfield. Appreciate everybody that's on the Facebook group. Facebook, y'all hit those notifications. I see y'all up in here. The YouTube community kind of still asleep right now. But everything is all good. Appreciate you, Ryan. So here's the situation, Cowboy Nation. We didn't like what we were able to see, though. And I ain't talking about this is me being too high or too low. We didn't like what we were able to see out of either Danucci, and then Cooper Rush. He started off hot, and then all of a sudden it was like, And the philosophy of it, we can argue and say, well, this was more vanilla because the offensive coordinator don't want to show his hand, right? We can argue that. The other warts that we can talk about will be some of the pieces on the offensive line. We have to go back to the drawing board and say, okay, Can we pull this guy resume, bring him in for a cup of coffee, or can we go out here? Yeah. Appreciate you, Taylor. Appreciate you. Said sounds good. Thank you so much. So my thing is, Cowboy Nation, we got a joint practice this Sunday versus the LA Rams. Now, it would not be as continuous as the preseason game we just witnessed. It will be more stops and goes, one-on-ones, and these sorts of things. And we'll be checking in on certain guys and seeing whether or not can DiNucci throw a fade ball. Can he get the ball out quickly? Can Gary Gibber, he had his woods. He was holding on to the ball. Like, what's that thing from Lord of the Rings? Precious. Oh, Precious. He wanted that ring so bad. He was holding on to it. And I'm sitting here like, come on, DiNucci. You got a guy going across the dig route right here. Regardless of whether or not it's preseason or not, you got to let that ball go. You can't take a sack there. Or hey, there's a guy on the comeback flat. Come on, you got to hit him. This thing got to be rhythmatic. Not problematic, rhythmatic, right? Yeah, so that's just how that part of it goes, Cowboy Nation. So my thing is, bam, let me put that up there so your names can be always on the screen. Yeah. The guys that really gave us a little action that we liked, Parsons, of course. Israel, he did a good job. Kennedy did a good job. Number 95 was in for a brief second, and they say, well, we like what we were able to see out of him. Let's pull him, right? Dorrance Armstrong still looked like Dorrance Armstrong, but at least his name wasn't called in a bad way. The interior run pressure for them to be able to get some of those bigger boys inside the first wave, they did a good job as well. Now, some of the guys, as far as technique-wise and things like that, as far as Osa and then some other guys, they're looking pretty good. Now, Big Bo, through the course of the season, through the course of the first game, he started being a little too high. Got to get those pad levels a little lower. But this is still the first game, and I think some of the technique and the nuances will work his way out. Terrence says no words for number 79. You know, if anybody need to put their retirement papers in, and I'm not trying to count that man's money, hey, it should be 79. Da-na-na, da-na-na. He's now retiring. You know, shout out to you, Matt. Appreciate you. And shout out to Joe Looney for putting on that filthy Giants colors and said, it's itchy. Let me take that off and retire, right? It is what it is. Now, who was surprised? Who was surprised of Anthony Brown's play? Like, it's been like since 2016. Yeah, he had a good year in 2016. But since that time frame, since 2017 to this point, were you surprised? Come on. If you're surprised of his plan, then what team have you been watching for the last few years? You know, and there's nothing to throw at Anthony Brown. He's the veteran type of DB that we have on this team. He's 26 to 27 years of age or what have you, and he looked like Anthony Brown, right? Did he look like somebody else? Yeah, Terrence, you're a real one. You know what I'm saying? He said he's not surprised of Anthony Brown, and one can argue that it's the coaching problem. Regardless, I don't know what Anthony Brown do in practice. He never steps out or stands out in practice, but somehow he got a mouth to the ears of the coaching to say, okay, we're gonna put you on the tallest wide receiver, and we're gonna see if you can win at the top of your route. Like, it just goes on and on and on again. I recall, shout out to you, Belly. Thank you so much.
They better get rid of DiNucci. SMH.
Oh, shout out to you, Belly. And shout out to the AI. She pronounced his name right now, DiNucci. But this is the situation. And this is not me beating up Anthony Brown. You know, I think that he's a solid guy. I just think that they put him in the weirdest spots. regardless of the coaching staff. They put him in the weirdest of the weirdest spots. Like, come on, man, we want you to single up DeAndre Hopkins, and then DeAndre Hopkins make a miracle catch on him. Not that much miracle because he just high points the ball. And then on one game, I'm watching the Green Bay Packers game. Oh, we'll put him on Adams. You know, I'm like, come on. Adams just sit there and smirk when he saw Anthony Brown covering him. And that was the last time we played against the Green Bay Packers. Not talking about the previous time before when they had Jordan Lewis on Adams. But if you go back and watch the last game previously, you sit there and say, no, it's touchdown. It was in the red zone. I wish I can show the play. It was in the red zone, and Adams just lined up, and he saw Brown on him. He did like this. You know, it's just like green. Money, money, money. Pope says Nashawn Wright looked good for a rookie. He looked good. And when I was on the show with Boss Cowboy and Big Game James, I said the same sentiments. I still like Wright press man-to-man, and I do like that. But the play that he got caught on, he gave boundary technique. So he wanted to give number 11, I believe, Clay Chasepool, the edge there. He wanted to force him on the outside. So that's why he didn't line flat or he didn't face him straight up. He kind of did like this number right here. And then he jabbed with his inside arm. So And that little arm, you know, Clay was like, get that little arm. These mosquitoes biting hard today. Get that little arm off of me. So it was no redirect. And then he's immediately in a trail position because he lost off the release. He didn't stay within the cylinder. I believe if he had safety over the top help, because it was pretty much isolation on the side there, I believe he should have just squared him up straight up and say, okay, you have to come through me and fight for these extra yards. And regardless of whether or not you want to do boundary tech, hell, I'm like this. You got single high safety over the top, I'm going to force you to the inside. Hell with the boundary at this point. But I don't know what coach is called. And he jabbed with his left. Clay was like, get that out of me. Get that out for me. These mosquitoes biting hard out here. And got him. And his makeup speed recovery, he got back to the point, but Clay, he kind of, Chasepool, whatever his dang name is, he kind of used his arm to shield off and pushed him back. So it is what it is, right? Cowboy Nation, it's a good situation. Dallas D. Great says White is aggressive. Yeah, I just think he is aggressive, but he chose the wrong technique on that one. You know, I just want him to square him up straight up, let him fight through the cylinder opposed to giving him half of his body and letting him fight to the outside. And if he's going to squeeze him to the outside, squeeze him. Make that initial punch harder. Don't put the soft punch on there. But that's a story of a different day. I'm not a DB coach. Shout out to Mukamu. Yeah, he did a good job, too. Still out there in space. Shout out to my dog Okoye and Foots the King as well. Those are the two guys I think I left out earlier. My take on the game, at least they are consistent each year. This is from Matt. Right. You know, I feel you on that one, Matt. I feel you on that one. So what we're going to do here is we're going to listen into let's listen into the interviews. And then if we squeeze time, I give you guys my opinions and my thoughts on Dak Prescott, whether we should be worried about. Let me see if I can just pull this up just for so you guys can have a reference point of what I'm going to talk about. And pull this in right here, zoom that in. John Machota said, Troy, on Dak Prescott's shoulder injury, the Cowboys are downplaying it. But I think when you are a franchise quarterback is missing the amount of time he's missing, I tend to think it's probably a little bit more significant than what they have led on. So we would talk about this in the future, but let's get the recap of the game all the way. But shout out to John Machota and shout out to Troy Aikman. We know that Troy Aikman got greater insights than what we have, right? So Troy Aikman been through the system. So there may be a little truth in there, or somebody telling Troy something. So we got less than 5 weeks now to prepare for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we have yet to see our franchise quarterback throw the ball. Now, when we was out there in training camp, this could be much to do about nothing, but he was out there throwing the ball with his left hand and going through every drill. But there is a rhythm to football, to quarterback, to wide receivers that you got to be on the same page. So objectively speaking, there's a little truth in this, and I will go to the moon and back for Troy Aikman, because I believe, to me, he's the greatest Cowboys quarterback of all time. To me. Now, shout out to Roger the Dodger, but to me, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of the Dallas Cowboys of all time. That's just my opinion. Now, y'all can let me know whether or not that's facts or what have you, but that's my opinion, right? You know, you guys can have something else. Nevertheless, we're going to listen in. We will backpedal into that conversation in a few, but I want to give these guys thoughts right here. And, of course, this would not be the first one, whoever that is. Which one that is? Is that Hunter? Let me see what I got here. Bear with me while I fix the plane while it's in the air. No, that's Garrett Gilbert. Let's listen to Coach first, though, if I can pull Coach up. Wake up, Coach. Wake up. What you guys closed for? Let me know if y'all can hear that.
I mean, preseason football, I mean, you're looking for drives to be established. You know, anytime you can get in double digits drive, I think his second one was a double digit drive. So able to move the ball. We stalled down there in the red area, but I thought Gilbert did a really good job. I mean, I'm sure there's a decision or two that, you know, we'll look at that, he may want it back, but I thought he was very productive in his work. Yeah. I mean, Micah's always around the football. I think we all recognize that, being at practice every day. He gets his hands on the ball, and just, you know, to have come up with that big play there, the fumble in the first series. So, without watching, I tried to watch as much of the replay as possible, because, you're watching, from my point of view, I'm watching combinations of players, substitution patterns, and just the mechanics of, tempo in and out of the huddle, communication, line of scrimmage. I thought the defensive communication was good. The adjustments that they made were fluid. I thought that, the defense being put in some tough field positions, the way they rallied. So we didn't win the game. I think the turnover ratio clearly being -2, and the 4th and 1 was a big play as far as the way the scoring went. But I thought our guys did a lot of good things tonight. I feel good about the foundation that we're building, and just as we talked about coming in here and expressed it after the game, this is a 3-day window for us. It's we got a lot of work. We have tonight's game, and then we flip around here Saturday, and we got the Rams for in our inter-squad practice. So the way we played our players was really with both the game tonight and the practice Saturday in mind. So I'm very hopeful and confident that we'll come out of both of these opportunities with a lot of great tape and a lot of things we could build off of.
Hey, so pay attention to what he said about he loved the foundation, and then he did break it down that, like, the turnover ratio was like the issue collectively speaking. So I'm listening to his words carefully, right? So he also said he looked at combinations of players, not as the individual. Yes, the end game is to win the game, but this is preseason. So what you want to do is seeing if these guys can digest what coaching is really coaching out there, and see if these guys can continue to pick up the things that the coach want them to do. Now, I broke this down last night. Hear me out. Cowboys had more collective yards, which is good. They had more collective passing yards, rushing yards, and pretty much that also sentiments on both sides, meaning that the defense kind of slowed them down when it was necessary, and the Cowboys were able to push the ball down the field. I think they had north of 20 first downs, comparable to the Steelers only had like 12 or 13 first downs. That's a big gap. And this is two sides of the coin. On one end, you can say, well, the defense played pretty well. And on the other end, you can say the offense did an extremely a good job of moving the ball down the field. But there's this thing called efficiency level. Hear me out. There's a thing called efficiency level that they must improve. That's turnover ratio. They can't have that as a high ratio. And when you get into the money zone, green zone, red zone, gold zone, whatever zone, you got to score. Back in the day, they say, don't kiss your sister, basically. That's what the Cowboys did. They took the prettiest girl to the prom, but they couldn't do anything with her because she's the sister. They kissed the sister. So meaning that you got to be able to score. And I'm trying to preach it at PG-13. For those who get it, you let me know if you got it. But you can't continue to kiss the sister.
Most of your defensive starters are out there. Was that a function of a new scheme and win and you just want to get them on time on task?
Okay, Danny, have a good year. Yeah. That's the first. I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Most of your defensive starters are out there. Is that just kind of a time on task with the new defensive scheme?
Definitely, and a lot of our, those guys are chomping at the bit to be out there, and so, yeah, it's once again, it's a combination of players, how we're playing, and I know the four guys that were out on defense also wanted to play too, but like I said, the Rams practice being so close to the game, it was part of our thinking on how we rolled guys tonight.
All right.
Some of the younger guys who flashed Dowdle seem to do some teams for you.
I'm sorry?
Dowdle, some of the younger guys who flashed Dowdle seem to do
Speak up.
Anyone else who kind of
performance-wise, like I said, I was really focusing on the operation and the function. I thought Rico had the big run. I thought DiNucci made some throws off his back foot that were, unique. I'm frankly, it's a long plane flight home. I'm looking forward to watching the tape. I think there's going to be a lot of good come out of this game.
Hey, Coach, you don't have to lie to kick it, man. Those throws that DiNucci made out of his back foot was off of pure luck. I just don't think that you want to see your quarterback looking like that. And I get it. You know DiNucci, he's from the area where you grew up at or something like that, whatever the storyline is. And I'm not saying crash and burn DiNucci, but DiNucci needs a lot, and he's so raw. He needs a lot of help. I'm quite sure you can put him on the practice squad. He can PS, and I ain't talking about 5, PS that thing, and maybe not next year, but the year after next, he'll probably be just okay.
What happened when he squandered those attempts there?
I didn't have a review of it, so yeah, it's Hunter's new at that, and obviously our operation will get better.
How did Hunter Williams, backup center, how did he handle the time he had?
I mean, it looked like he had a clean series, but we were focused on maybe getting him some more work, some more work Saturday. But he was definitely on a pitch count. That's why he played the first series at guard and the second series at center. Cooper did a nice job. Took a couple hits. Threw in the face of a couple hits. Obviously we had plenty of pressure to deal with tonight. So that's great work for the quarterbacks. There's a lot of good situations that we had tonight. A couple fourth downs. 4th and 15 was a big play by him. Obviously, then we had the fumble.
Yeah.
After the catch. So like I said, I'm more about building what we were able to accomplish. Definitely there's going to be a lot to correct, but these are good things that we can learn from and build. And I think the fact that we have tonight and then the Saturday work against the Ram back-to-back will, I think come this time, Monday, we're going to feel pretty good about where we are.
So having the decent drives and those things offset, not scoring a touchdown and just getting break.
I don't view it that way. I mean, we want to win. Yeah, absolutely. But this is about play style. The team needs to play it a certain way. When your play style rights, the wins come. You can win and not have a great place.
God, dog, the Autobots transform. What they got going on back there? Good grief. It's one of those things where we have to look at it like this. He's ruminating right now. He's just trying to grasp for, space and time until Rich Dalrymple say, hey, man, it's enough talking to this guy. So we're not getting anything from here, but he's trying to say, okay, let's get to Sunday practice. And then from Sunday practice, we'll see to Arizona. Now, the good thing about really Sunday practice is going to just be practice, right? Be a lot of individualisms that you can look into. Maybe a fight will break out. Who knows, right? I hope somebody get it good on camera if they play on a certain side of the field out there. That's a story of a different day, by the way. Here's the situation with the Arizona game, though. Arizona got some good defense. They do. And this will be their first preseason game, so they probably don't have a lot of their veterans out there. But when will we have our dress rehearsal? Will it be the Texans game, or y'all let me know?
Style, and you may get away with it, but it's going to catch up to you. So we need to play better complementary football. That's a focus of ours this year, and I thought we took a step towards that.
This was a business trip for you, obviously, but to have your family here, can you talk about that?
I mean, it's always great to see family. We obviously, this is a profession that requires a lot of time, and so yeah, it was awesome that they could come over and be a part of this tonight. Yeah, but he went back in. Isaac went back in, so I think we come out pretty clean.
Coach Micah, how's the transition been with Coach Quinn taking over the defense for you, this offseason?
I mean, it's going very well. I think just our operation, for the first time out, felt good about it. There's some things that we'll clean up, but the communication was good. We got more to offer. So, but I thought we took the first step that we needed to take.
I saw Keanu Neal play. I guess Hayes is still coming back from his Achilles, but what are y'all trying to get from Keanu if he was the linebacker?
Now, Keanu kind of played his snaps staying with KZ. We had everybody on a rep count because being focused also with what's going on Saturday, because we got a inter squad scrimmage coming up with the Rams.
Yeah, that's a good one, man, from Coach. Neil did a good job on one of those plays, and it shows you that Neil is more of a, hey, I'm gonna come down and feel and hit, and he's a willing tackler. Q Dizzle, I'm gonna try to check out Jeff video, but I'm not gonna check it out live. I don't want to interrupt his YouTube count there, but I'll be sure to check it out and give you guys my thoughts on Jeff Cav video there. Appreciate you for letting me know. That's one of my dogs right there. Shout out to Jeff Kavanaugh, by the way. Shout out to you, Rollin Reviews. Appreciate you so much. Yeah, we better, not saying we better go get a backup quarterback, but we will talk about this down the line. All right, so we got Garrett Gilbert. I'm going to let you guys pick the next one. I have not heard any of these interviews, by the way. So we got Garrett Gilbert. We got Micah Parsons. We might save that one for last, though. We have the Nice Wonder. We have that's DallasCowboys.com. Let me delete that one. All right, so we got who else on the next? We got Nashawn. Who else we have here queued up? Connor Williams, not Connor McGovern. And we have the Nucci. Oh, my gosh. And then we have Rico. Let's see if I can listen to the Nucci first. Let's get this one out the way. I want to know what he have to say. Yeah, let's get the Nucci out the way first.
Got to play the Steelers, so I'd like to think that was part of the reason. Pittsburgh kid, grew up around here, only 90 miles from here, so that was really cool for me. And then just to get back in the swing of things, get hit a little bit. It's been a while since I've been hit, so you kind of forget what that's like until you take your first hit. But no, it's good. I mean, this is what the preseason's for. Get out there, play. And a lot of these guys, including myself, didn't have a preseason last year, and then the rookies this year, this is their first go around. So it was fun.
What were some of the plays, going back and thinking about the game, some of the maybe plays you wish you could have had back, or some drives that were stalled?
The interception?
On the cuff
Yeah, I think the one that sticks out is, the turnover is going to be highlighted.
Yeah, let the
Law
AI
Nation.
speak.
Just checking in, fam. Football is back. Go Cowboys.
Yeah, you're a real one. Appreciate you. Yeah. Appreciate you so much. Let's see what Danucci.
When I was throwing and the ball sailed a little bit, so that's on me. That's easily correctable. It's not like I made the.
No. You can't say you was hit while you was throwing the ball. Look, you threw that thing in triple coverage. Coach need to pull you to the side and say, hey, protect the ball. Live to fight another day. Don't throw in triple coverage, especially off of your back foot. But instead, what Coach said is that, hey, he threw a ball off his back foot. No. Somebody needs some hard coaching. See, Danucci needs some hard coaching. He needs somebody to be talking to him so badly that it sounds like spit landing on his face, for crying out loud. You just can't be sitting here saying that, yeah, I was hit while I was thrown. And then you threw the ball to Jeremy Sprinkles. To be real with you guys, I don't think Sprinkles would have gonna catch it even if he was wide open.
The wrong read, so just got to bring the ball down a little bit. But I felt like we moved the ball pretty well. Last drive we got it going a little bit too, but we had some penalties there. End of the third quarter, start of the fourth quarter that kind of backed us up a little bit as we were getting down into their zone a little bit. So just self-inflicted, nothing that we can't control or can't change. So a lot to learn from.
When you get in a game like that, and there's a lot of different linemen, mixed receivers, running backs, is it one of those things where you can't worry about how much rapport you have with everybody? You're supposed to do your job, and you hope that the offense can move together.
Yeah, no doubt. These guys are on this team for a reason, as well as myself. So, I've got to trust the guys in front of me, just like they trust, who's behind them at quarterback. So, whenever I'm out there, the quarterback's job is to make sure that the right play is called and guys are in the right spots. So, again, I'll say it again. That was good for all of us to get this game experience. I think the rookies will see now. Hey, we got to speed things up a little bit. Myself included. It can always be better. It's never going to be perfect. So. It's awesome to get out there and work with different guys, try to feel guys out, and just get out there and play.
You like to run around. Sometimes you're running for your life, but other times you like you're moving the chains by running. What is it like to be out there in that open field like that?
Yeah, so I kind of pride myself on that. Today's day and age, you need to be able to be athletic to play quarterback. So when the pocket breaks down, or some of those nakeds or design runs are called, being able to use my feet and be smart about it and just get as many yards as I can and get down. That gets me in a groove as well. Being able to use my legs, I think, keeps the defense honest, and so it's all positives for me.
What's the ticket count?
He must be talking about the game that he played on Madden, running around using his leg. He must be talking about, hey, right before I played the Steelers last night, I played them on Madden, and I was moving around. Oh, my goodness, Danucci. And then he had the nerves to say, hey, got to get the rookies together. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, let me see what he say for this.
How many family members are out there?
Family members.
I've got about 12 or 15 here, so it's awesome to have a big group here supporting me.
Them family members was supporting. Let's go to Rico. Look, somebody said Nashawn was next, so let me go back to Rico. But that was funny. That was beyond funny, man. He was talking about a game he played on Madden. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong for that one or if I'm right. Because he wasn't talking about the game he played last night. No, he wasn't talking about that game. He was talking about, hey, when you're playing on Madden, you got to be athletic enough to see the pressure coming, roll out, run, get it with your legs, and find an open target. He must was talking about that game. He wasn't talking about the game last night.
But football is football at the end of the day. So after we kind of got through our warm-up and came back in, kind of settled down and was just able to kind of relax when I got out there. So was definitely excited, though, for it to be my first game in the NFL.
You were kind of mixing up in there. I think at one point you had at least 5 tackles, maybe get a few more, I think, when it's all said and done. Well, what was that like to kind of get in there and kind of?
It just felt good to set my pads, just kind of play loose. I like to fly around and make tackles, especially for my size and stature. People don't think I can, so when I go out there and do it, it's kind of like, oh.
That's what I was about to ask you. You feel like you got something to prove just because, you were like, oh, he's looks like a safety, or looks like a receiver.
Yeah.
You want to prove yourself all the time. You're a corner. You got to be physical.
Definitely. I always go out there with a chip on my shoulder, for sure.
Now, Chase Claypool, you had a good rookie season last year. You were kind of running with him start for start. What about
He was
that
running
play
with him.
Made that catch on you, kind of pulled up there.
Yeah, it was a rookie mistake by putting my hands up and kind of just letting them run. But definitely going to learn from it, get better.
Okay.
You got the
Okay.
Rams coming in here in a couple days.
Saturday.
On Saturday, right? What's that going to be like? Just getting a chance that you've seen these receivers. You got some good receivers here. But getting a chance to go up and face some new guys.
Oh, it'll be exciting. Just being able to go out there and compete. I think that's why I'm in this sport, because I just love to compete. So being out there on Saturday against the Rams would be definitely fun, especially with my guys.
When you face Gallup, you face CD, you know, if you face Lamar just yet, but you face those guys, how much does that help you with, you know, when you go up and face some other guys like this?
A lot, because I feel like we have probably the top receiving core in the league. So being able to go up against those guys is definitely helpful, especially me being a rookie and kind of trying to still get my feet up under me.
That's good stuff, man, from him. I can't wait. Is Cooper Kupp healthy this year? Y'all let me know, because that's the matchup. Man, I need to fly back to Oxnard. Man, it's Cooper Kupp is going to be out there versus Nashawn. That's going to be nice, man. Oh, it's going to be nice. Yeah, I kind of like this kid too. Yeah, he got a lot of attention. They didn't throw Boss Man Fatway, you know. So I can't wait to see that. Yeah. Let me see. Yes, Cooper is 100% healthy. Oh my goodness. And dude, they got that fast kid on their team. They got the fast kid. What's his name? That pulled a doggone arrow out of his back. They still got him on that team. I forgot his name. So it's going to be nice. They got Cooper Kupp, who's a monster out there as it relates to wide receiver, as far as route running too. Woods, that's Robert Woods. It was another guy. His name at the tip of my tongue. He could be still on that team. But Robert Woods, he's pretty good too. Now he kills you with just route running, you know, and speed at that. He's not the yeah. He ain't that route. He just I got speed and I misdirect you type of route runner, if I can say it in those ways. So Robert Woods gonna have his troubles, you know. Trouble. Lamb versus Ramsey. Oh, Jeff Hamilton. Oh yeah. And the tight end I think they got Everett's and all of those boys. So I can't wait. Deshaun Jackson. No, Tutu Atwell. Yeah. Atwell. However you say that man's name. Yeah. Cam Akers, he hurt, man. He's out for the season, I believe. Yeah.
Run tonight, and how important it is for a guy in your position to be able to flash and make some positive plays like that.
Very important for guys in my position like this. This is our only opportunity.
Facts.
For pretty much most of it. So when your name is called out here, you just want to go out there and make a play. The run.
That play, what happened on that play?
Yeah, it was an inside zone play. And fullback, we had Woke.
Yeah, Tutu got them jets. Yeah.
Up the hole. I remember telling him for the play, I'm like, just open it up. I'm coming behind you, breaking the huddle. And then, he just opened it up, seemed green. I wish I could have got the score, 99. But, yeah.
Nervous, anxious tonight? First game?
I don't never really get nervous. I mean, I've been.
You know who he looked like now? He looked like the kid that played for he can't stand the Cowboys, by the way. He played for Carolina Panthers, and then he went over to the Steelers, and he talked mad cash money. I think it's D'Angelo or something like that. Y'all put his name down, man. This is who this guy plays like, man. Too Tall Jones, what's good with you, man? He's put Nick Foles. Yeah, D'Angelo Williams. That's who. Let me rewind. Let's rewind since I stopped him. Let me listen to him again. Let me listen to him fully with the volume all the way up.
How important it is for a guy in your position to be able to flash and make some positive plays like that.
Very important for guys in my position like this. This is our only opportunity for pretty much most of it. So when your name is called out here, you just want to go out there and make a play. The run.
That play, what happened on that play?
Yeah, it was an inside zone play. And,
inside zone.
We had Woke. He made a nice block. opened up the hole. I remember telling him for the play, I'm like, just open it up. I'm coming behind you.
Yeah, I love that.
Huddle. And then, yeah, he just opened it up, seeing green. I wish I could have got the score, 99 and a half, but yeah.
Shame somebody said he looked like Fetty Wap with the eye. Come on, man. Too soon.
I don't never really get nervous. I mean, it's a kid's game, so I always try and look at it. Been doing it since I was 4 years old. So
wow.
I think I'm always just preparation. If you prepare right, I think you'll be fine. Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Every practice, every game, every rep, guys in my position, like I was saying earlier, you got to try and prove yourself because you never know. Like, NFL is not for long, especially for running back. So just trying to prove myself and get good tape out there every chance I get.
How do you go from that weight not being too much?
D-Shift, man, you crazy, man. Oh, my God, D-Shift, man, you crazy, man. You look like fat. D-Shift, man, you crazy, man. All right. So somebody, John Stanley, man, appreciate you so much, man. Where you at, John Stanley? So they got Van Jefferson. That was the other kid that I was looking for that we will have to really look for this weekend. And we talking about the L.A. Rams. Shout out to you, John Stanley, for that information. Yeah, so Jefferson is another guy, another kid that we will be looking at. So Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson, Tutu, and as well as Robert Woods. Man, these DBs gonna have they gonna have their work ready for them, you know.
Like, every single play means something. Do you put that out of your mind, or you just completely in the moment? You just know it in the background and push it back?
Yeah, I just take it play by play while I'm out there. That's really all you can do. You have some bad plays, some good plays. You just gotta, when it's a bad play, you gotta move to the next one. When it's a good play, you also gotta move to the next one. So just trying to take it play by play.
Are you pretty good enough if you do have a bad play in practice or in this game that you don't?
Sometimes I can get a little discouraged sometimes, but I mean, like you said, you got to move on to the next play and make sure. When I have a bad play, I'm trying to make sure I do something good the next time I'm out there for sure. But just got to move on to the next one.
How nice is it to have the preseason and to be on this grind right now, going to the Rams on Saturday, and just playing against people other than yourselves?
Yeah, it's real nice. Like I said, it's an opportunity for all us young guys to get out there and show what we can do. So very nice opportunity from that point. And then, like I said, we got the Rams and this grind. You got to love it. I mean, it's football. You got to love it. That's mainly it.
All right, so that was the end of that one. Let's stop getting cute with it. Just put him at kickoff return and be done with it. So go with Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, and this guy right here, and just be done with it. I think that's who they went with last season, right? And Saywoo, he's nice too. So I didn't see much from Nick Ralston. I didn't see much from him. Shoot, go with Saywoo. Those boys flashed a little bit. Number 45. So, yeah, let me know who you guys like to go with. Let me know if it's him as the backup after Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. And Knox was okay. Yeah, we would have to see more series with Knox, at least with the first or the second wave of the offensive line. But because that final wave of the offensive line, him and the guy from Tiffin, is it Jaquan Hardy? They didn't really do much to me. All right, so who we got next? We got Connor Williams. This is a quick one. This is like a minute video, so let's see what he said.
Nice to get the jitters out. It was the biggest crowd we played in a while, so it was nice to get out there and you kind of feel like the energy of what this season's going to hold.
At center, you got a chance to go in there in the second series. What was that like? Is this your fourth year in the league? Was there more nerves about that? You never really done it before in a game.
No, I thoroughly enjoy playing center, and at the end of the day, I think it went well. And obviously, got to get to the film and watch it and correct it. But I think overall, it went well.
What's the biggest challenge?
Before he answer that question there. All right, cool. Hit me out with this lineup. Tyron Smith, Connor McGovern, Connor Williams, Zach Martin, La'el Collins. Let me know if y'all like that one. You got to figure out how to put Connor McGovern in there. He's a grinders additions type of guy. He's one of those guys got a mean streak on him. You know, I just like his style. You know, and I know a lot of people say, well, this and that, but let me go again. Put it like this: y'all put down your front five starting lineup: Tyron Smith, Connor McGovern, Connor Williams, Zach Martin, Lyell. Baez look good though. This is Tyler B. What is going on with Tyler Biadasz? What's going on with him though? I don't get a full 60 minutes from him sometimes. Is he just still kind of raw, kind of new? Can he play some swing tackle? Let me see what my guy Jesse got. He got McGovern left guard, Biadasz center. Oh, so you just saying kick Connor Williams out the paint altogether? Huh? You think the Cowboys? Only reason why I'm saying I don't think the Cowboys will fall on that sword. Y'all think the Cowboys will fall on the sword and say, "Hey, we messed up with Connor Williams, and we're gonna fall on the sword and let him not be in the starting rotation." Let me see. G-Mac says Connor Williams shouldn't even start. Williams can't block. All right, so Aaron got Tyron Smith, Connor Williams, Connor Govern, Zach Martin, Lyle Collins. Okay. Akeem says, "Law, we still the same old Cowboys." Come on, man. He ain't kicked off yet, man. Connor is gonna do well. Which one, Ninja? Ninja Nuts, which one?
Calls? Is it the shotgun snaps? Is it the combination of everything? And
I'd say most of your work gets done before the play. It's mostly the calls that's having to catch up to.
what does that do for you when you do play guard? Now that you know, when you go back to guard, you kind of have maybe a different understanding. Does even a few reps in center kind of help you understand things a little bit more of what he's seeing over here and what to expect?
Right. It definitely broadens the game. You definitely see the game on a deeper level.
I know it's preseason and all that, but red zone, getting you guys get down there and then sometimes not getting in. That's been an Achilles heel the last couple of years. That happened
red zone,
a couple times tonight. Is there anything y'all can put your finger on? Is it more about trying to stay vanilla and not really showing a lot, or is it running the ball? What do you think?
Hey, Sheila.
I'm not going to get into too much details, but I think at the end of the day, I mean, we know we need to work on a red zone, so we know when we get down there, it's time to execute and it's time to go make plays. And so whether it's a pass game or run game, whenever your number gets called, that it's time to make a play.
Well, the next 7 days, you guys got another team coming in. You got the Rams coming in. I think they've got a pretty decent defensive tackle there, and Aaron Donald. It'll be fun to see them. And the Cardinals as well. What's that whirlwind going to be like here in the last week of August?
It'll be exciting. It'll definitely be exciting to have them. I think tensions will be high, and I think we'll be competing at a high level.
Okay. Not bad at all. Tensions will be high. Okay. Let's go to Hunter.
Talk a little bit about the experience of going out. You're going to handle all the kicking duties. What was it like being out here on this national televised game?
Honestly, it was great to be back in Canton. Grew up in Akron, Ohio, so it was cool to be back in town. Had a lot of family and friends here, so that was awesome.
Turn up the volume a little bit.
There's a lot of mental preparation going into it, doing all three. Physically, I felt great. Obviously, there's 2 kicks that I wish I could have had back, but something to build off of. And it was good to be back out on the field finally.
Before you get to the kicks, you were one of the captains, right?
Yes, sir.
What was that like, just to be out there and the fact that they honored that with knowing that you were from here?
Yeah, obviously it's a big honor to be a captain for the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, it was awesome to go out there and represent the team. And, yeah, it was really special, something I'll never forget.
The first field goal that went through, you were feeling good about that one. I guess that was somewhat of a short one. But the second one, was it tipped at the line?
I'm not really sure. I know I missed it, so either way it was unacceptable. So got to go back and fix that a little bit.
And the one right before the half, too, that one.
Cowboys playing around with their food, man. They need to go ahead and bring Destroying, and that's how you say that man's name, right? Y'all need to go ahead and call him up to kick the field goals. Don't be cute with this thing, with Hunter the punter. Because what happens if you get your field goal kicker hurt like that? You know, the punter kicking field goals, he fool around, slip up, somebody roll up on him. What happened if that happened? You know, so it's crazy. How y'all feel about that, man? How y'all feel about the punt kicker kicking field goals? Or that was just something that they just wanted to do for like ratings and reviews for Hard Knocks. I see some people saying Hard Knocks review is previewing on the 8th. Yeah. John says, Stanley says Biotish went to the same college as Travis Frederick. He is special. Yeah. I mean, I'm not throwing any salt or shade at Biotish. Yeah. Yeah. Call Maher. No. Not good at all.
Got away from you.
Yeah, I left my hips open on that one. So, yeah, I got to put them through the uprights a little better.
So what is it like to do all the things? Is it mentally? Is it just staying ready for everything? And you got a few good punts out there as well.
Yeah, I mean, every offensive
punts.
drive, you
Yeah.
know you're going to get an opportunity to do something, whether it's a kickoff, field goal, or punt. So just got to be ready for the opportunity, whatever it is. Make sure you're mentally ready to rock and roll.
Do you feel like you're punting like you want to? I know last year you had a pretty good year, and then you're maybe not getting as many of the reps here. But do you feel like you're like in this game, you punted the ball the way you wanted to?
Yeah. I feel great on punts. Feel great on kickoffs. Feel ready to rock and roll. Feel like I can help the team out on kickoffs and punts. And it was great to get out there, get a few reps, and hopefully get a few more as we go along in preseason.
Looking forward to going to Arizona and maybe get some more kicks there.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure it'll be good weather down there.
Yeah.
All right, that was the end of that one. Okay. All right, so it's Parsons. We would say Parsons for last. I know he's going to give me some good content information there. I'm going to end this one. Let's listen to Garrett Gilbert.
Can you just talk about how you feel you performed tonight and how the offense did, and did a couple of times possessions you were out there?
Yeah, I think, overall some good things, right? I think there was, we moved the ball really well, but then got down in the red zone and kind of stalled out a couple times. So got to do a better job on third down and situationally in order to finish off those drives and
get the ball out of your hand.
Did you feel you held on to the ball just a little bit too long in those situations, or was it just kind of slow development?
Shout out to whoever that reporter that asked him that. Oh, my goodness. Let me rewind. Yeah.
Do you feel you held on to the ball just a little bit too long in those situations, or was it just kind of slow developing play?
I'll have to go look at the tape, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you held on to the ball too long.
Can't take sacks, especially on second down, so that one's on me. And then obviously got to hold on to the football. But ultimately going to have to go back and look at the tape. Yeah, I definitely feel more comfortable within the offense. Just overall with all the guys, obviously, I was thrust in there last year against this same team, but definitely feel more comfortable within the offense and just operating out there on the field.
How encouraging is this grind right now? Obviously having preseason games, but then going to the Rams. Just how encouraging is it for you guys to be getting reps against other people than yourselves?
Well, it's a lot of fun. I think, we get tired of going against our defense every day. I mean, so it's nice to go out and compete and kind of give yourselves a measuring stick. I guess we get 4 or 5 opportunities at this camp. So, it's exciting and fun to go out and, it's fun to go get hit every once in a while. I mean, it's been a while, so it's nice to get knocked down and be able to get back up again. So that was enjoyed that, and we'll keep going forward with it.
He said Dalton rubbed off on him.
I mean, it's part of training camp. I think we go full pads a few days in a row here and there, and it's that's kind of a grind in and of itself. I mean, yeah, there'll definitely be a little bit of it, but a little bit of a challenge with that. But it's just something that we got to handle. And I think we've been talking about it for a few days, trying to get ahead of staying hydrated and all that stuff you got to do with all this travel. So hopefully we can get some good sleep on the plane and get rested up for Saturday.
Does your mindset change at all in any way now that you're getting more snaps than you anticipate, or is it just I'm getting more, this is an opportunity to kind of own it?
No, not really. I said this last week, and I'll say it again. It may be cliche, but my job remains the same. I'm going to go out there every day and try and be the best quarterback I can be for this football team, and wherever let the chips fall where they may. But try and control simply what I can, and only worry about that.
Good talk and conversation with him. He said he got to go back and watch the tape, so I'm going to give him that longitude and latitude. Now, I just hope that the reporters can remember and say, hey, did you go back and watch the tape? Did you watch the tape? So hopefully they would do that to him, but I doubt it. That's a good PC answer for him. It's just that when he got into that red zone, man, put it like this. I got 6'2", 6'3", 6'4" wide receivers. When I get into the red zone, money zone, I'm scrapping that and saying, hey, we going to fade ball, baby. Or we gonna take the vert or middle of the field. I got a 6'5" tight end. We're gonna stretch this thing out in those fashions. We're not gonna do long developing plays. I'm gonna put myself in the best position to win. So either the outer boundary is going to catch this ball or the wide receiver on a fade ball. You've been playing football for a long, long time. And if you don't want to get that type of heat action, audible into a run, put it on somebody else. But don't look foolish out there. Fade ball, 1, 2, 3, ball out. I know it sounds easy. But let's go listen to Parsons, man, on his conversation. Let me know if the Cowboys should, when they get into their red zone opportunity, fade that thing. Fade it. Let's listen to what he have to say.
The first game in a Cowboys uniform and being able to get a fumble on that first possession.
Yeah, to be able to step out here came a long way from 2019 when I played my last game. And, it's just a true blessing and honor to wear the uniform, represent the Cowboys, and represent my family and come out here and be able to get back into a football rhythm, you know what I mean? So it's been pretty good.
The fumble came to you?
Yeah, I actually had a fumble recovery my first game in college, so I like the trend that is going on right now.
Yeah.
Friends and family you have here, I know you're from...
I saw at least like 7 or 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it good to see them the first?
Yeah, it was definitely good. I got to see my mom and my dad in the stands for my first game, so it was pretty exciting.
I see this first game you've had in a couple of years. Was there a little more anxiousness or anticipation because of that, the long layoff?
Honestly, I really wasn't that nervous. I was telling somebody I was like more nervous for my college games than I was this game. I don't know, maybe it's because I felt like, when you go against guys like CD, Zeke, and Tony in practice, it makes things a lot more easier when you come out here. So I felt very prepared and ready to play.
Wait a minute. Pump the brakes. This is only preseason now. Those jelly bellies come out week 1, when it's time to go against Tom Brady, Gronkowski, as well as Chris Godwin and Mike Evans and all of those boys, and being ready to look. They got some running backs that you got to get ready for. They got the run kid. What was it, Ronald Jones and the other guy from LSU? They got some boys. And I already know their game plan. They looking at this tape. We're going to run, set up play action. We're going to try to pass it. And the third and fourth quarter, you got to be ready. But I do love his humble approach, and I do like what he's bringing to the games thus far. I love that. And speaking glowingly of his teammates, that goes a long way, too. The love and adulation goes a long way.
It was definitely a relief. Now I feel like I could just use those 2 series, build on, get ready to play the scrimmage on Saturday, and get ready to play next Friday too. So I know it's going to be a long year, and they telling me to slow down, but I'm ready to go right now.
There you go. Yeah. Yao Ming.
I definitely believe I can make a big contribution, but I'm gonna just keep playing my role, keep doing what I'm doing, and just keep striving and keep getting better. Coach Quinn and Coach George really been helping me, and Jalen and Vander Esch been helping me, taking me under their wings. So having that guidance on me early on has really been adding to my game. Oh, the communication is good, you know what I mean? Like, we all help each other. If somebody don't understand, we kind of understand it. We understand our roles, and we had about 2 weeks already to really build on this, so I think it's been going really well.
All right, yeah. That's a good question there. I think why for Steve says he looked kind of small for sure. Are you talking about, let me know, are you talking about Parsons looking small? Are you talking about Parsons looking small? I love the hunger too, by the way. Keep Jalen out of this guy's ear. This is why for Steve. Because I think I saw somebody commented and said he looked small. I got a rebuttal to that one though, but I just want to see if you guys are going to repeat that again. Yeah, Parsons, yes. And look, he might have looked small, but there was another guy who played pretty good, and his name is Dexter Coakley. Y'all remember how small he was, man? yeah, and he flew around and was right there at the ball. So I believe even though you might look at Parsons and say he looks small, I think he's more trim than anything because he still got the height, but he looked pretty good to me. And you know what it is? Yeah, you guys know what it is, the reason why he looked the way he looked? Because this is your first time seeing on defense in an NFL game number 11s. You know, that's what it is basically.
It actually hasn't been that hard, you know what I mean? I think, you know, I'm a smart player, but we ran a lot of similar plays at Penn State. So I think Coach Pry and Coach Franklin did a great job of helping me get ready for this level.
How much do they tell you what they want you to do and how to play, and how much do they watch tape of you and say, we've seen you do this and we kind of feel this fits into the scheme that we're doing?
You know, they really don't tell me how to play. They kind of tell me, you know, they really just say just play hard, play fast, and play reckless out there. And that's kind of been my game. That's kind of how I always played. But, you know, they kind of just tell me how to fit in the defense and where to line up and how to start. But after that, they just let me be a ball player.
Thank you, Micah.
Yep.
Why they cut that? They could have kept that one by like 10 minutes. What was Dexter Coakley's size or measurables? Somebody help me out with that one. As well as Darius Leonard's size. Y'all put his measurables down. Zach Thomas. I think somebody put Zach Thomas down there. Y'all put his size and measurables down. Those three guys. Oh, Landon Fletcher. Y'all put his measurables down. Hey, he was Tonka. He was 5'8", 225. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, there's a little roly-poly right there, a little bowling ball, 225 at 5'8". That boy was solid, huh? He was little. He was little, but I think that Parsons is bigger than him, though. Dak Wynn, yeah, he was small, too. Leonard is like 6'3", 230, though. Okay. What's Parsons' size, though? Who's 5'11", 240? Coakley was 5'9", 235. That's a little tilly-tubby roly-poly. Yeah, man. I mean, as long as he get there, these are the things that you want to see from your linebackers. Can they pursue, come down, hit? Can they make sure that they feel? Can they shoot through A gap, B gap? Can they get off of their blocks? That's major. That's not a minor. That's major. So in a pinch, if your front four is not able to keep everything clean in front of you, you got to be able to shed and disengage and get to the runner. You can't just be holding hands with the opposition. Shout out to you, Alex. So Chris, he says Parsons is 6'3", 245. Yeah. Let's see what the AI.
Shout out La Ishanika Pukiwari America team.
Okay. Yeah. I thought for sure that Leonard was like 6'2", 6'3", the guy that played for the Colts, 215. I thought he was like that build, but he's 230. I didn't know that. I could be off on the size and measurables and things like that. Y'all post down below what Ray size is too, Ray Lewis, because I'm not saying that he is Ray Lewis, because I get that all the time. Like, hey, Law, you saying that Parson is Ray Lewis. But I'm quite sure that Parson reached out to those boys and he want to be like them. But Alex, you trim me out. Let me see that again. No.
Shout out La Ishanika Pukiwari America team.
Somebody said that Ray Lewis was a bigger person. Devin White, put Devin White size down there in the comment too. I thought that Ray coming out of college was an undersized linebacker though. Now, he's ripped up, don't get it wrong now. He's swole, Ray Lewis swole, but as far as his role, he was considered to be an undersized linebacker. But Ray Lewis played with tenacity and all types of good stuff. But y'all put down Ray, 6 foot, 235-ish, okay. Yeah, Ray was traditionally like is 5'11", okay. But Ray, man, good Lord. And he played with a different level of tenacity, man. Ray Lewis is just Ray Lewis. All right, so this was the conversational piece that I talked about earlier about Dak Prescott. And this first thing first, of course, Nick Wright and all of those boys, they talked on it. And I didn't listen to the entire interview, but I wanted to give you guys thoughts on this, and let's see how everything works its way out. So 6'1", 240, this is what Checkmate said. But what you're getting out of Ray Lewis is the tenacity, the mindset. Michael Irvin was like 6'1", 6'2", right? He wasn't the tallest nor the fastest, but you're getting the tenacity out of it, right? He played with that chip on his shoulder, the mindset. He was considered a big wide receiver for his day. But I think Art Monk and all of those other boys was still taller and bigger than him, right? It was a lot of wide receivers way bigger than him, and faster. Yeah. So that goes all the way with the mindset, the dog mentality. And Ray had some boys in front of him too now. When you going somewhere to fight, and you might be the smallest person in the clique, but all your boys, your contemporaries are big with you. Yeah. That was the end of that one. Shout out to Brandon. Marshall. Man, my goodness. Angel hair noodles. Oh, my goodness. What best noodles that you guys like, I don't like the angel hair noodles in my spaghetti. I like the bigger noodles, the oodles and noodles, Oh, my goodness. Trade for Dolphins backup. The only good thing will be when they start making these cuts, when they get down to like 75, there should be a better type of quarterback that's out there instead of us breaking glass right now. Don't hit the panic button, Cowboy Nation. Tiff, appreciate you so much for your love and adulation for the nation. Yeah, she's a real one for this one. The AI, wake up. Need some virtual coffee. Where's she at? There she go.
Everyone support and follow the best, Blue Heart, the nation.
Yeah, appreciate you so much. Oh, my goodness. Appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for that donation there. All right, so that was pretty much it, believe it or not, of all of the recaps there. My thing is going back to this injury right here, whatever they was talking about is under the shoulder, what have you. When he do like this, he do make that little face. And I think that, was it Teradol or Novocaine, Bengay, Icy Hot, something you can rub on there, and maybe they can just numb it, because it's nothing to do with the top part of the shoulder blade. And maybe it's just after every throw, he feels that. And maybe, just maybe, he can stretch that part out. But I think that Dak Prescott is a worker's worker type of guy, and maybe he just don't put him on no weights because he's a bigger, muscular type of guy. Don't put him on no weights. Let him rest. Get him a sleep number. Maybe change the sleep number from 4 to 5. I don't know. Maybe he can get one of those hyperbaric chambers or whatever those things are, and maybe he can sleep in those for a few days. He got a billionaire owner, and he got over $160 million because he had the endorsements and all that stuff. He got ways. He got resources. Even if they need to do a transplant, he can have my shoulder meat, whatever that back part is. It may be a little gristle, but he can fix that thing around, man. I have full faith and confidence. And his brother looks just like him. Maybe he can do a transplant with his brother or something, But he'll be all right, Cowboy Nation. It's just that maybe the time and everything else, it just go through his natural processing here. Shoulder D-Shift there. Shoulder meat. Yeah, shoulder meat, baby. Somebody donate some shoulder meat to Dak. Sleep number bed on 40. Okay, that's his sleep number, Tiff. Yeah. Was JT Barrett really that bad? I don't know, man. I don't know. We will beat the Bucs. This is Jeff Williams. Yeah. I mean, let's beat the Bucs. I can't stand the Buccaneers at this point because I just can't stand them, Can't stand whoever we play. I can't stand the Chargers. We play them next week, right? Then we have a home game, right? It's road, and then a home. So I can't wait to be celebrating all of those wins, being 2-0 at that point. Thomas, Gary, appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I don't know how bad JT Barrett was. It brought in some guy, but I knew JT Barrett when he was playing around in practice, whatever. He did throw it. He did throw one of them interceptions to Parsons, and that wasn't looking good. And they actually let him go. They didn't let him make the team, from what I was able to witness. But we would find out down the line where his team would look like at quarterback. But technically, Gilbert, Danucci, and Rush, we got to see them see the end zone. They got to put that ball in the end zone. They do. Cowboy Nation, we play 12 teams who offensive line is not at the top 10. D-line, okay. About to eat. This is from D-Shift. Okay, that's a good observation there. I didn't even get a chance to look into that. Go get RG3. This is from Quentin Lee. I think he got a job offer, unless, you're going to counter that offer plus. And I think the Cowboys, we don't have a lot of coins, right? We don't have a lot of money. And this is the pickle that we are in, too. Hear me out. This is the pickle that we are in. Max roster is 90 guys. So if you're going to bring in a new person, who you going to release? Who's the person that you're going to kick off? Because you're going to have a max of 90. So I'm probably thinking that the Cowboys are waiting for cut day when they get down to trim some of that fat to 75. Some other team is going to let go a veteran quarterback or a quarterback that's got some promising futures to them, and then they're going to pick them up. We played around with the Bortles. We've seen Bortles, what he did to another team. Let's see. Josh Allen have reached an agreement of 6 years. Sheesh. Let me see. Matthew says Bills and quarterback Josh Allen have reached an agreement of $258 million through the 2028, $150 million guaranteed per Adam Scheffner. That comes out to being right at 43 per. Let me see. I trust you, but let me verify. Let me trust but verify. Adam Chef. Let's see. Ooh, Chris Mortensen. Man, you got to give it to Chris Mortensen, right? He the one, huh? Okay. The Mort Report. The Mort Report. If you got kids out there, man, put them at quarterback. No. Let them play basketball first. No. I'm sorry. Baseball. Don't pimp your kids, but baseball, basketball, then football. Right. But if you're looking at football and you play less games, yeah, you only got 17 games. Basketball, you got over 80, and baseball, you got over 1,000. So, ooh-wee, Josh Allen. He's going to be there for a minute. And they got some weapons around him. So, shout out to him. The Mort Report. Let me see what Mort. Shout out to Chris. Let's see. 2028. Is there ever such a thing as Bills Mafia? Come on. Yeah. You know what, boy, I love losing Super Bowls Mafia. They got to put the whole name out there, not a piece of it. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. That's a lot of money, though. Wee. Yep. Cooper Rush looked better than Gilbert, in my opinion. Are you willing to die on that hill with Cooper Rush and say, okay, we're going to roll into Tampa Bay land with Cooper Rush? It's crazy. But shout out to Cooper Rush, man. Who was the quarterbacks over there in Giants land, Good Lord. All right, Cowboy Nation. Yeah, Dak Prescott deal now is a bargain. Yeah, D-Ship, you're right. Yeah. Cowboy Nation, really appreciate you guys for tuning in and being part of this episode. Let me check on my station right quick and see what they yapping about. If there's anything important, then I'll get back to my other deals over here. Let me see who talked about this. Okay.
To Studio de Jeffrey.
Oh, Jeff. Okay, I'm going to let this on his YouTube page. Y'all check out Jeff YouTube page when he breaks down the winners and losers of the...
Funny as well. But there are concerns there, to Corey's point, is you're coming back from the ankle injury, and now before the season even starts, there's a shoulder problem. And I know people are saying, don't worry about it. Well, I saw what this team looks like without Dak, so I'm definitely worried about it to a certain degree.
Mike? I don't take any player for granted on this team.
Stop it.
I'm going to go with Will McClay.
Oh.
Because he's the only person that I know that's competent at doing stuff like that's ever worked for the Jones family since they got rid of Hall of Famer Jimmy Johnson.
Now you got to say something nice about the Jones family.
Yep. Oh, that'll never happen.
Say something positive about the Joneses now.
Yep.
They have a lot of money.
There you go.
All right.
I'll take it. Tons of money.
That was absolutely positive.
Michael Gallup's name keeps popping up.
That's
obviously.
Is it obvious even, Corey, that we didn't start earlier with him? Like that? Yeah. What another sign of how we take him for granted.
Without him, we would have missed the playoffs again.
Yeah.
Stop it.
He hasn't even been in the playoffs yet, if you look at his career.
That's a really good point. But I do wonder, though, he goes somewhere else. Is he going to be a number one for somebody else, or is he always going to be a number two for somebody?
Or maybe he did, that 18 year.
Yeah, I think he did an 18. Yeah. I think he'll kind of be a number two wide receiver. But just think about it. These are the averages since he got drafted in the third round, mind you. He's averaging, I think, 53 catches per year, 820 yards per year, 15.6 yards per catch, and almost five touchdowns a season.
Okay,
that's your third round pick.
Yeah, and right now he's your third receiver in a bunch because CeeDee Lamb had 74 catches last year.
Yeah.
So you're going to the well with CeeDee Lamb a lot more, but it feels like that, Michael Gallup catches, a big play here and there. I guess my problem with Gallup is that I'm like I want even more. I want more consistency with catching, especially if I'm not going to have Amari around because of an injury or something like that. So I always have those I just need more from you, but I just always am asking more of this Cowboys team, though.
I know you said stop it, Kevin, but I mean, really, the Cowboys get so much freaking credit they don't deserve. I don't feel like there's Cowboys that are underrated.
Okay,
or stuff
what?
Like that.
Let me ask you about one more player then, because I've seen this name come up a couple of times, and I really want y'all's reaction because I do not think that he gets underrated. Tyron Smith.
Okay.
And from the 817, Tyron Smith, dude just showed and flat out dominated every game. Without him, oh my goodness. Now, I definitely agree with the back
I think I
part
took
of
for granted that he was going to be there forever.
Okay, because I definitely think we respect like how good he is.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer most
for
likely.
sure. I think he's a Hall of Famer today.
I think we were looking at a guy that was so young that we were just like, man, he's just got so many more years left on that body. And then you realize that he had put a lot of pounding on that body at an early age, and that's taken its toll on him at an early age too. So the length of his career kind of has gotten beat up here and there because he was so young at a time. And I did take for granted that he was just going to be there. Oh, your left tackle is just going to be elite, and by the time he's 30, he's still going to be awesome. And now he's older and beat up.
It is it really is, to your point, crazy to think that he's 30. It feels like he should be 38 or something like that with how long he's been around. I don't think that I took him for granted just because I do think he's in the Hall of Fame now, but I understand your point of like he's not going to be here forever. You wonder how many more years. We've heard how awesome shape the offensive line is in. So I hope all of that comes to fruition. I saw a couple of other people say LP Lattisaur. I felt really bad that he got cut before the season where he would have become the Cowboys leader in most games played ever.
Facts.
And there was literally never a problem with him. And so if anything happens now, you're going to be like, what the hell? If just one bad snap happens, you're going to be like, what the hell did we do that for?
Mike's right, though. Like, every long snapper is a good long snapper.
It does feel that way.
It just seems like all the long snappers are really good at what they do because you never see it happen unless Andre Gerard's out there.
We have figured it out. The long snapping has been figured out. There is no such thing as a bad long snapper anymore.
All the rest of the jobs, those are the difficult ones to figure out,
If you made it to the NFL, we already did the vetting process, and you can just stay for as long as you need to stay. But I have seen some people jumping in and saying that they agree that there are not Cowboys that are underappreciated. I'm fascinated by that. I don't agree with that just because I think that the organization gets way too much press, and that's why a lot of people hate the Cowboys. But it does feel like, to your point, at times, that Amari Cooper doesn't get as much attention for the numbers he puts up. For my guy, it does feel like at times DeMarcus Lawrence isn't ever discussed in the conversation. When you look at the run-stopping numbers, he's like one of the best, not on the Cowboys, but in the league with the analytical stat at it. So
how much does it have to do with they're paid as top 5 guys?
Yeah, and that's your respect.
And that's what you got the money. So now we need the Super Bowls to go along with the payments.
Which kind of sucks because doesn't it sort of feel like sometimes you're like, yeah, that's okay. I'll take the top 5 pay respect.
And then walk away and be like, doesn't it feel good to pay less?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, okay, not that last part. We're the KNC Master.
Yeah, appreciate them, man. Good segment there. Check out 105.3 The Fan. Here's the link to their website here, and to listen to the rest of the information there. Great conversation about the players that get less respect or less notoriety and these sorts of things. Cowboy Nation, it was a wonderful recap of the game. Be sure if you got NFL Game Pass to rewatch it, or if you go to the YouTube NFL.com and they got the game, I think sliced all the way to 10 to 15 minutes to rewatch the game from last night. I really appreciate everybody. Once again, shout out to Christopher Vance for calling in to the radio station saying, hey, I listened to Law Nation, and shout out to 105.3. I said, man, that made my night. I just had a great night just thinking about that all night. Like, this dude gave me a shout out, man, and on the radio, and that was so special to me. Thank those who made the contribution as it relates to donations. Thank those who hit that like button. And thank those who shared this content. That's all the time that I have for this beautiful moment. Write this down. When the end comes for me, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. We out. Peace. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go, Nation. I took some of your time. I ain't took all your time. Yeah. Leroy, that was the only headband out there. I've been trying to get those headbands for everyone, but they do not allow to resell. And they only make them for the Cowboys. I reached out to them. I did my part. Yeah. Come on, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. Really appreciate y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. To the moon and back, baby. Choctaw, Montana, 808, baby. Appreciate you. Gut bummer. Yeah. Let's go. Really appreciate you guys, man. Hope all is well. Win, lose, or draw. We Cowboy Nation. Yeah. Oh, Sheila. I see you, lady. Lee Grant, shout out to you again, Tiffany. Yes. Sharing is caring, Cowboy Nation. The process of your mind, heart, and stimulations of your thoughts. I'm a thief with words, baby. I make them up in my mind in time, hoping that we can rewind to a place that we can revisit, just like when we live like 95. Huh? Come on. Put it together, baby. The Super Bowl is yours. The championship is here. We just got to get through this nonsense. We do. Iceberg kill. Yeah. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Put down where you guys are from. If you are a D1 supporter of Micah Parsons, I like to see those D1s. If you're D2, D3, you know how that thing go. John Stanley. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Watch how that beat come in again. Yeah. Right. Don't want to blow your eardrums out, baby. Here we go. Come on, Nation. It is what it is. Portland, Oregon in the house. Low 23. Oh, I'm still here. Wrong button. Here we go. Y'all saw me. We pick it back up again. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. Come on. Where you at? 2 tears in a bucket. Let me put this one. Come on. Come on, buttons. That ain't want to work. Move out the way, Dak. There we go. Ride or die. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Hey, Fort Worth in the building. Salute to all of the riders. Come on. Yeah. Get it right, Law. Here we go. Sometimes you gotta talk to yourself and get it going in the best way possible. Salute.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out, breathe you in. Yeah.
Birmingham in the house. Shout out to you. As the world turns the helmet, you gotta see.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
870, appreciate you.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you.
Carlos, appreciate you. Gut bummer. Chill. Tell them.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
No, don't let it hit you.
You know it's dangerous.
Aaron Wade, appreciate you. Patrick, what's good?
Don't let the street lights hit you. Could I be on play it too?
Shout out to all the HBOs and the SGs. 6 years, $258 million. Ron Bradford, yeah. Sing it.
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Until next time, DC for life. Salute.
You have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really
That's
rough
my dog right there.
and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet, who you're
Somebody step on this dog whenever you don't hit that like button and whenever you don't share this content. So y'all be sure to hit that like button and share this content. Don't step on my dog.
You don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet.
Let's go. Subscribe. Let's go. Until next time.